but now it's too much. I got a disease, so please let go with the clutch. You got the pedal to the metal and you're revving me up. So slow. Call you Dale cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in the fast car. What is this love?
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will start this drive with 4. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at this defense,
they sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That is caught. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Beck. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Now Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Here's Purdy.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going to try and throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Alert! Alert! Check out!
A give left side for Benson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Yellow.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Down the sideline he goes. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The pass receiver turned into a runner, and then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's 2nd and 7. Purdy. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Play action. Now Purdy. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Purdy looking to throw. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And he he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns.
Kick is good.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
A give. Here comes Benson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here comes Benson on the toss right. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Cardinals in 4-5, a game under 500. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Operating from the gun. Back. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, 35 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Operating from the gun, Purdy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, San Francisco.
This is Ford. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, 49ers.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
On the ground, it's Ford. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Purdy from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the 49ers.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run with Ford. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, they turn to Ford. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Outside.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now.
This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of 45.
Third down and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
And now an audible here into something else.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And avoids the contact by sliding. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Beck.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Final play of the half. Purdy.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it up there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
That's complete to Michael Wilson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31.
They run over center with Benson.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A nice throw from the rookie out of Miami, and it's going to be good for a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught.
And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again.
And this will be swung out here for Conner.
Touchdown!
James Conner.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Purdy now to throw. That is caught.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. yards, the final tally.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Ford. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That one caught by Tonjes.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Jake Tonjes,
A 20-yard touchdown.
and the 49ers are able to stretch out their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
34-yard line.
On first down, it's Benson. And able to use his blockers to get this off over the 40. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up second and
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
These guys running back out of the backfield.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Benson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Back. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
46-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Left side, he's got the tight end, Tonjes. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. It's Ford. And a solid run down inside the 30. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. He's going to try and do this himself. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now Purdy. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 down at the 33. Looking to throw. Beck goes right back to McBride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go, set. Coogan, head the street.
A handoff here to Benson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Cardinals first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw. Beck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. First carry for James Conner. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cards have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
The score, Niners 34, Cardinals 31.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Back. On the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
60, 18, Pioneer, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun. Beck. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week, and now he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll run on first down. It's Ford. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Throw outside. McCaffrey's got it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Into space at the 45.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
First down.
Back to throw. Beck.
And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Pass complete there to Harrison.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it was a game they really needed.